The biggest betrayals doesn't come from strangers. It comes from the ones who swore they'd never hurt you. That's what I learned the night the man I loved chose another woman over me. But this isn't a story about heartbreak. This is a story about revenge. And trust me, he never saw it coming. We met at a coffee shop. Of all places, he stood behind me in line, and when I turned after I collected my order, he bumped into me and mistakenly spilled my drink. I laughed, and somehow that clumsy moment turned into 3 years of memories. We were friends first, best friends in fact. We had the kind of friendship where we had our secret language and everything. We shared a lot of happy memories together, our laughter echoing for miles. That was how happy we made each other. Then, after some months of friendship, he asked me to be his girlfriend, and that was one of the happiest days of my life, because I had a secret crush on him all along. But I guess he felt the same way about me too. When we started dating, we were inseparable. We did everything together, went on road trips, spent long lazy Sunday doing nothing except cuddle under the sheets, giggling all day long, except when we would get up to eat. We talked about everything, from baby names we weren't ready for, to vacation homes we would buy, to how the house we would grow old together in would look like. He told me I was his forever, and I believed him with every part of me. He made me really happy, the kind of happiness you don't experience often in your lifetime. He was the kind of man who made you feel seen, who held your hand in public like you were the only one in the world. Or at least, that's who I thought he was. We were very happy together, and I thought nothing could go wrong at all. I thought too soon, because soon afterwards, the cracks started to show. It wasn't sudden, it was subtle. A late reply here, a cancelled date there. He was busy at work. But busy at work doesn't explain the perfume I smelled on his shirt, the scent of the perfume lingering on, taunting me. Busy at work doesn't explain the lipstick on a glass in his car. My instincts kept telling me something was wrong, but I tried to ignore it. I tried to tell myself I was imagining things, but deep down, I knew I was losing him. You don't just stop looking at someone you love unless your eyes are on someone else. The signs started showing little by little. An empty dinner table here, an untouched wine glass there, phone buzzing unanswered. Simple things like returning my calls felt like a chore to him, and I started feeling like a nag. Time felt suspended, nothing felt right. I couldn't shake off this awful feeling. One night, I followed him. My hands gripped the steering wheel so tight they turned white. I told myself I just needed the truth. When he stopped at a fancy restaurant, I parked a block away and waited. And then I saw her. She was beautiful, too beautiful, the kind of woman who turns heads when she walks into a room. She looked the kind of woman who could get any man she wanted. She laughed at his jokes like I used to. And he looked at her the way he once looked at me, like she was the only person who mattered in the whole world. When he kissed her hand across the table, I felt my world collapse. The man I loved wasn't mine anymore. Maybe he never really was. They seemed happy together, too happy, in fact. I cried so hard because he was supposed to be my forever. He promised to love me forever. So who was she? Was it any fault of mine? Wasn't I enough? I drove off in rage, heart beating too fast that I couldn't even hear my thoughts. In that moment, I hated him so much that I could taste it. Later that night, I confronted him. My voice shook, my hands trembled, but I needed answers. His answers shattered my heart. He didn't even have the decency to deny it. He didn't beg. He didn't try to look guilty. He just looked me in the eyes and said, "I'm sorry, but I choose her." I fell silent after he uttered those words. I choose her. 3 years. Erased in 3 words. That was the moment I stopped being the woman who loved him. That was the moment something inside me snapped. And in the ashes of my heartbreak, something darker was born. He left that night, I guess back to her. He was supposed to be my best friend, my confidant, and the promises he made to me means nothing to him at all. He broke us, and I don't know what I was going to do, but I knew I had to do something. betrayal that huge must not go unpunished, not after he crushed my heart. I could have walked away. I could have let them play house while I licked my wounds. But why should they get a happy ending? Why should they build their future on the pieces of my broken heart? No, that wasn't going to happen. They stole something from me, and now, I was going to take something from them. The next morning, I began my plan, and it started with one simple question: how well did I know him? How many of his secrets were still mine to use? I wrote down as many of his secrets as I could remember. I searched the house for something, anything that I could use against him. I started small, watching, waiting, tracking his routines, who he met, where he went, how he paid. People underestimate the power of details, but every detail is a weapon in the right hands. And then, there was her. She thought she won. Every time I saw her, I wondered to myself, did he ever really love me? Or was I just a placeholder until she came along? She paraded him around like a prize, smiling that smug little smile every time she saw me. But she didn't know me. She didn't know what I was capable of. I began to dig. Her past, her job, her family. Secrets have a way of floating to the surface if you know where to look. And what I found was just the beginning. I pored over every file, every detail, everywhere. I searched so hard that I knew no detail could escape me. I followed them. I found many things out. I gathered all the pieces of information I could find on them. It wasn't enough to take him away from her. That would be too easy. No, I wanted them to feel what I felt, to watch their hearts break into a million pieces like mine did. And the plan I crafted would do exactly that. But here's the part they never expected. She wasn't the only one hiding secrets. The deeper I dug, the more I uncovered. And suddenly, I realized this was way bigger than I had initially thought. It was Fuji. There were lies I couldn't have imagined them capable of, about betrayal so profound that there was no coming back from. And trust me, I was just getting started. They were going to pay for betraying me. Him, especially. She would be caught in the crossfire. But I was scorned, and hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. They wouldn't see me coming, but I was going to get back my pound of flesh, even if I have to die trying. The revenge. My revenge plan was the only thing fueling me at this point.